How do we have gospel conversations? We have to move from gospel presentations into natural gospel conversations. Here's what I mean. When we talk about sharing the gospel, we think of a rigid presentation that we need to memorize word for word. But here's the thing. When we have natural conversations every day, we talk about all kinds of different things that we love and enjoy. What if we began to talk about Jesus to others simply because we love Him and we want others to experience what we've experienced? If you go to a great restaurant, you want to tell people about it. If you go to a new city and experience new things, we want to tell people about it. If you read a great book or watch a great movie, you naturally tell people about it. If you have experienced the grace of God in your life and the peace and personal security that comes from knowing Him, then why don't we tell people about it in our everyday conversation? You say, well, how do I do that? Let me give you a couple of practical ways and then close with 3 vital things that we must keep in mind when talking about Christ. The first practical thing is ask leading questions. Now this way is pretty straightforward. The most effective way to get into the gospel is ask, who is Jesus? What did He do? And why does it matter? Now you'll get a variety of answers, but that will get the conversation started. The second thing is talk about your passions and share your personal testimony. As you talk about passions in your life, you can naturally steer the conversation to Christ. I love working out and I talk to plenty of people at the gym, and as we talk, we begin to share our interests with one another. And in most conversations, I have the opportunity to tell people how I was saved, how I moved to Florence with plans of being a strength and conditioning coach, and then how I was called into the ministry. We'll go into greater detail next week about personal testimonies. But I want people to know the most important thing in my life is Christ, and I want people to know what He's done for me and how He has radically changed my life. I want to close with these 3 vital things that we must remember when sharing Christ. The first thing is people can tell if you care about them. Close friend and mentor in strength and conditioning told me early on, they don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. Caring for the people that we talk about is so important. The second thing is people can tell if you believe what you're talking about. Is there any passion when you talk about Christ? And the final thing is people can tell if the hand of God is on your life. People will know if it's real. Our lives and our lips testify to our faith.